Hey everyone, how are y'all doing today? Welcome to Review Sesh. If you've been here before, I really appreciate you coming back to visit me. And if you haven't been here before, give me just one moment. Let me tell you a little bit about who I am and what I do. So my name's Mike, and what I do is I review federally legal hemp products and devices. So it doesn't matter whether it's a consumable product of any kind or whether it's a functional device of any type. We're going to be looking at all of that stuff on this channel. I really do hope you enjoy the content that I'm making for you. So guys, if you've been watching me for any amount of time, you guys know I love my flower reviews, and today we're going to be doing another flower review. I'm really excited to look at this one. We're going to be looking at something from ShopHelloMary. But before we do that, guys, I want to go ahead and pass it on over to my previous self, and he's going to let you know a little bit more about what I do here on my channel, and maybe educate you a little bit about what THCA is. So stick tight. Once we get through with that, we're going to be hopping right into the review. All right, guys. So as you know, what I do here on my channel is I review federally legal hemp products and devices, and a lot of these products have THCA in the name. And if you guys still aren't familiar with what THCA is, you're unsure about it, give me just a moment, and I'm going to explain a little bit of that to you. THCA stands for tetrahydrocannabinolic acid, and it is the naturally occurring compound found on all hemp plants all over the world. It grows naturally on all hemp plants. And in and of itself, guys, it's not psychoactive. You wouldn't get any elevated effects if you go out and you eat a hemp plant or something like that. It doesn't work like that. It first has to undergo a process called decarboxylation. And decarboxylation, guys, I know it sounds like a fancy chemistry word, and that's because it is. But really, all it means, all it stands for, is the application of heat. So it doesn't really matter whether it's environmental heat, like the heat of the sun, it's just a hot day outside, or, we apply some artificial heat, like we are known to do, like a little bit of flame, maybe an electronic heat source, like what I like to use that decarboxylates that THCA molecule, and it effectively just drops that A right off the end of that molecule chain, and it leaves you with good old-fashioned THC. So, guys, THCA minus A equals THC. And for all intents and purposes, since we're still putting this under the same processes that everybody else has always put it under, you know, really, realistically speaking, guys, THCA is the THC that your fathers, your grandfathers, and everybody that's ever come before have always been speaking about. They've always been speaking about the naturally occurring compound on the plant. And it's just recently that we've had some confusing terminology and it's muddied things up a little bit, but I hope this has clarified things for you. And it's really important to go over this because since 2018 in the federal farm bill, we have these things available to us without any worries whatsoever. Totally legal. We can get this stuff through the mail. We don't have to worry about going out and meeting people at odd times of night and putting ourselves at inconvenience at the very least and risk at the most. You know what I mean? So when you guys get your stuff in the mail, you're going to be getting one of these. This is a very generic copy. I use this specific copy every time that I explain this. And, it's a notice to law enforcement and the Postal Service. And it just declares what is in the package. And it states that, what is in this package is federally compliant, 2018 Farm Bill compliant hemp. All right, guys? Very important to hold on to these. For the foreseeable future, there's no point in getting rid of these. They stack flat. You don't have to worry about, them taking up a lot of space. So just hold on to these things, guys. So with that out of the way, guys, let's get into the review. All right, guys, now that we got that out of the way, we're going to be looking at watermelon Skittles from ShopHelloMary. These are 14 grams of their smalls. Really excited to look at this. This strain is one that I kind of am really interested in. I don't try a lot of stuff that has watermelon in the name, and I'm really, really interested to see what we have here. I'm gonna open it up. All right. Hmm. That has heavy hints of It's fruity, sweet, a lot of like heavy on the sweet smell, and sour. There's a lot of sour in there, so I'm really really excited to see what that is like. Some of my favorite strains, sour diesel, other things like that, have a good hint of sour, and you can smell that on the nose. And I'm definitely smelling a good hint of sourness on the nose here. So here's what we got here. Really nice looking smalls. They are what you would come to expect from ShopHelloMary smalls. Um, they do have a little bit of give. They are not super dense. They're not really soft either, and they do appear to have some stick to them. Very keefy. Already I can tell this is extremely keefy on the fingers. Barely touched it and already got some keef on me. So guys, I'm gonna, like usual, I'm gonna be taking a cut here. I'm gonna be getting some good shots of these, and we'll be back and I'll let you know what I think. I'm interested in finding out a little bit more about this strain. All right, guys, I'm back and I've got some great shots of this watermelon Skittles from Shop Hello Mary. Um, Much like the last strain that I reviewed from Shop Hello Mary, which I believe was Crack Bolo, if I'm not mistaken. This is just, it's got a lot of very, very healthy trichome heads in it. It is it is machine trimmed. All of their smalls are machine trimmed, and you can tell they're machine trimmed. However, the trimming seems to be um, a bit more light, at least as far as the damage it does to the trichome heads, than some other places that I've seen recently. Um, when it comes to smalls, when it comes to uh, budget packs, in any case. So I'm going to go ahead and grind up a good little bit of this. It is extremely keefy, and the cure on it is right where I think it needs to be, personally. So I am really excited to give this a try. Get that out on the tray. So far, guys, it has been a great start to my new year. We are 2 days in as of the filming of this video. It is the second, and it's about midday. So this is going to be pretty good for midday, I think. It on Shop Hello Mary, it does list that it is a sativa leaning hybrid, um, which we'll be looking at in just a moment. Trying to figure that out. I'm gonna go ahead and pack a couple of my bowls here, and we are going to start this time around with the microdose bowl. I'm actually using a piece of glass right now. This is not a weed box piece. You guys are going to be seeing more from the weed box soon. As you can see, I've moved my cabinet up so you guys can kind of get a better idea of, my little collection that I've got going on there. I do intend to get a more full-size black cabinet behind me right here. Hopefully bring some of this stuff up so you can see it better on camera. But this piece right here was actually a gift, more or less, from a friend. He sent me this and another piece, very large piece, this large microscope piece back here in the back, for $50 shipped. Um, so essentially, I paid like very, very little for two very nice pieces of glass, and really, really wonderful piece. I do prefer center down stem uh, with these types of injector bowls, with the thermal twist, with the one hit wonders I'm using now. When you're using ball vapes and that sort of thing, you kind of do want a good center of gravity straight down. You don't really want something hanging off the side like a lot of pieces, because you don't want to add weight to it and wind up tipping over your piece. Um, so we are going to be running with the microdose bowl, for the first try, first taste, just so we can get a good, nice little taste before we go with the big bowl. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Sorry about the lip smacking there, but it really does have that like I said, I smelled the sour on it, and I'm tasting the sour on it too. And very, very good kick of that really sour, sweet um berry kind of thing on the back. As far as watermelon, if I'm trying to taste watermelon, it is closer to, I don't know, like watermelon punch or something like that, because it does have that berry on it, but it's like there's almost a hint of rind, like watermelon rind, where it's not as sweet, but it's got a certain fresh crispness to it. Um, the sweet aspect of this flower seems to be coming from what I can only describe as a berry flavor, but it does have that distinctive kind of smoothness about it that I would identify as like watermelon rind. If any of you guys have ever actually chewed on a watermelon rind, you know what I'm talking about. It's a much more green, kind of smooth flavor. Um, and I'm getting that on this. Now, as we're looking at the ShopHelloMary website, this is actually listed as a sativa dominant hybrid, which is kind of uncommon for what this is. And it's listed as it is watermelon Skittles. It is watermelon Z, but it's got runts in it. So it's a cross with runts and watermelon Z. And as you may know, runts in and of itself is Skittles crossed with gelato, and it's a hybrid. And then watermelon Skittles is legitimately just Skittles crossed with watermelon. Um, and most of these things are indica dominant. However, this has been bred for sativa dominance, and it is sativa dominant. I can already tell you, I've hit this. It is my first vape of the day, and I've hit this, and I'm feeling little bit of a talkative, energetic feeling. Um, yeah, totally feeling that. Um, typically, this would be an evenly balanced hybrid, but I think due to the back cross with the runts, I do think that this is more sativa leaning, and that's apparent as well according to the review that is up there. There is one review for this, and it does say it does have an uplifting, kind of kick to it. And that one hit, I can concur. I do feel like I'm gonna really be getting the best of it with this bowl. And this is using a titanium matrix bowl with the one hit wonder, guys. And the one hit wonder is a really cool device because you can use the injector side or you can use a diffuser side. Now, when I'm running the titanium matrix bowl, I only use the diffuser side. I never use the injector. And when I'm running my uh, microdose bowl, I use the injector. When I'm running my regular glass injector bowl, I use the injector. But here, rather than flip that over, we're going to keep it this side. We're going to get a good heavy rip. Yep, that hits. It hits. And it has A lot of that sour in it. On the back end, that sour comes through. Really, really punchy on that, guys. So be forewarned. It's very punchy on the sour exhale. It does leave that after the sourness leaves the palate. It leaves that nice, smooth, watermelon rindy kind of flavor going on. It's really nice. And yeah, it's sativa leaning for sure. For sure. Now I am already feeling it hit me pretty well, and this is one of the things I want to talk about, guys. Is a lot of us in this niche. A lot of us look for higher THCA content. That seems to be an important thing for a lot of people. The higher THCA content, and honestly, for myself, speaking entirely for myself, that doesn't seem to be um, the biggest thing for me. What really seems to be important for me is the terpene profiles, and I do believe that terpene profile on this flower is very on point for my personal entourage effect, if that makes any sense for you guys. Um, and I'm saying that because looking at the COA documentation, this is one of the lower THCA strains that I have had thus far from ShopHelloMary. It's not the lowest in the niche in the market that I've had. I've had very, very low THCA, and some of that I do really prefer over the extremely high THCA content. However, this one in particular is 18.929% THCA, with a total cannabinoid content of just over 20%. Now, that said, guys, this is hitting me very hard. It's creeping very fast. It is a creeper, um, but it's creeping on me very fast, and I'm quite enjoying it. I do feel like midday, a little bit of a boost, is a little bit energetic, um, while clearly giving me a bit of a cerebral, you know, relaxation or calmness. So it's focus, but it's a calm focus, if that makes any sense. I don't feel agitated, jittery, anything like that. I feel pretty relaxed, but I also feel like I'm ready to talk, cut it up with some people, have a good time. Um, this is a really, really nice example of a nicely balanced sativa dominant hybrid. Um, I'm really, really enjoying it, and surprisingly so, to be quite honest, because I don't normally go for these kinds of flowers. Let's get the last little bit out of that bowl. Very, very nice. So, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this little overview, this little review of watermelon Skittles from ShopHelloMary. See if I can get it over to you without spilling the whole thing. Very, very nice flower. Cure was on point. Nose was really, really nice. And the flavor, you tasting what you're smelling, guys. You're going to smell that sour note to it. You're going to be tasting that. And like I say, when that sour note leaves, you've got that watermelony rind sort of a thing going for you on your palate. Really, really nice. Very keefy. And for being, uh, just at around 18% THCA, it could be, a pretty decent, flower for somebody, midday to all day sort of a vape or smoke. If you enjoy sativa leaning strains, but you're not really looking for something that's so powerful that it's going to have you wanting to run laps around your house, but you just want a little bit of focus, I would say this was probably a good bet. Um, so I hope you guys are doing great. So far, it's been a great start to my new year. I would like to say thank you to ShopHelloMary for being so good to me and my channel. And they're wonderful. They did send me that wonderful sweatshirt, which I intend to be using as it gets colder throughout the winter. I am a small guy, and that's going to keep me nice and warm. So I do appreciate that. But speaking about Shop Hello Mary, guys, I don't know if you guys knew this, but Shop Hello Mary, they have a Discord server, and I've been asked to kind of, let you guys know about it. Would like to invite you guys over there. Check it out, engage, just kind of hang out with me and with some of the other people that really enjoy Shop Hello Mary. Share your experiences and, kind of just hang out. It is a friendly community, and we intend to keep it friendly community. So if you guys would like to hang out and just chill, pop on over. I will say there are a couple of caveats. We do ask that you introduce yourself within the first 48 hours of your arrival, just so, we can all know who everybody is. It's going to be a little more close knit than what you might be used to on Discord, and we intend to keep it that way. So if you're down for a nice, relaxed, chill sesh every now and then, pop on over. Just be careful because I don't know who that Rost Alfarian guy is, but I don't know, I'd watch out for him. Anyway, guys, as we go forward, you're going to be seeing more changes on my channel. As you can see, I've got my little overhead camera thing going on there. That is actually going on as I'm filming. That effect is through OBS. It's not through post processing or editing. Like my previous video, these sort of effects I put in my editing. I'm trying to not have to do so much of that, so I'm experimenting a little bit with OBS and seeing what I can add to to the screen. So as you can see, I've got my little, if you look at my overhead camera, I got my little Shop Hello Mary tag on there, and I can turn that off and on. And in the future, if there's other things that I want to put up there, little characters, stickers, whatever, I can do that without having to really mess too much of my area up or make anything too permanent. And that's going to be a lot of fun. You guys are also going to be seeing some really big changes soon, because I am going to wind up very shortly, within the next week or so, green screening this entire room. So no more are you guys gonna see my bed behind me and all of this sort of stuff. I might be coming to you from a beach somewhere. I might be coming to you from Japan. I don't know. Um, Let me know where you'd like me to, make my video from. Surface of the moon, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, guys, I'm really excited about what I've got coming up for you guys. I really hope that you're excited as well. I hope you stick with me. There's so much that I want to share, and I enjoy taking these microscopic shots for you. I'm looking at, upgrading my microscope as well as a bunch of other stuff. And I've got so many surprises in store for you guys. And I can't wait to share it with you. So until I see you next time, I want you guys to take care of yourselves, take care of your loved ones. Go out there and find something to do every day, even if you're not, making $1 million. Go out and find something to amuse yourself with every day. Count your blessings daily and tell those people that you love them. So, as usual, guys, I want you to stay lifted. I want you to stay blessed. And I'll talk to you very soon. Peace.